Hey folks, Mackenzie Lambert here, your host for Mac in the Movies, with another installment of 1994, where we look at select films from the year 1994. Last time we looked at Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead. Today we're checking out the bizarre Clifford, starring Martin Short and Charles Grodin. Clifford Daniels is a joyful 10-year-old boy who loves dinosaurs and wants to visit Dinosaur World. While on a flight with his parents to Honolulu, he causes the plane to land in Los Angeles, where Dinosaur World is located. Due to being banned from the flight, Clifford is to stay with his uncle Martin. Martin promises to take Clifford to Dinosaur World as he was the designer of the park's main roller coaster attraction. Unfortunately, plans change and Martin must cancel. This starts a series of pranks and shenanigans where Clifford embarrasses Martin. Martin reaches a breaking point with Clifford on the receiving end. The concept of a 44-year-old man playing a 10-year-old child is a blissful farce. Sure, we had Peter Bark and Andrea Bianchi's Burial Ground, The Knights of Terror, which pulled this off to an absurdist degree. Martin Short uses his comedic prowess and plays off of Charles Grodin's straight foil to perfection. Martin's the Lewis to Grodin's Martin, if that makes sense. The chemistry between Short and Grodin makes the movie. By 1994, Martin Short was not at the forefront of comedy as he was in years prior. Jim Carrey was the big star thanks to the triple threat releases of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber. Similar to Jerry Lewis in the 70s when his appeal waned, Short, a comedic genius of the 1980s thanks in part to SCTV, was considered passe. Audiences wanted more energy, a sense of kinetic mayhem for their screen comedians. The movie was set to be released in 1990, but Orion went into bankruptcy and the film was shelved for years, finally being released in 1994 with very little marketing. That lack of marketing reflected the lack of confidence in the film. The critical reception of the film was merciless, considered one of the worst movies of that year. Currently, Clifford is rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, with a 13% of critics giving it a positive review. But as with other underperforming comedies at the time, it has become a cult classic. You look at the audience review scores, and they are much more favorable. On IMDb, Clifford has a star rating of 5.5 out of 10, which is average. The audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is a modest 67%. It may take time, but people will adopt a film and appreciate it for the oddball gem it is, akin to Dennis Dugan's Brain Donors, produced by the Zucker brothers and starring John Turturro. If you haven't had the chance to see Clifford, I would recommend giving it a watch. Martin Short is captivating as the young Clifford, and Charles Grodin is hilarious as the exasperated uncle. I'm sure the film is easy to find on streaming or easy to pick up if physical media is more your speed. And that finishes this look at Clifford. Next time, we're checking out the supernatural action film Immortal Kombat, starring Rowdy Roddy Piper and Sonny Chiba. Until then, this is Mackenzie Lambert signing off. Take care, folks.